Skiing at its most basic level is a sense of freedom.
And to do it on one ski obviously is more of a challenge. It's one of those sports that when you do it well, it just sort of looks beautiful, and if you're doing it really well, it feels beautiful.
Being up in the mountains, it's just spectacular. You just feel free. I was diagnosed with a bone cancer when I was 19 years old. The likely outcome was to have an amputation. So I had about a year's worth of chemo, and at the end of that did lose my right leg above the knee. And through that treatment process, I actually met Cameron through an organisation called Canteen, which is a development or a support network for young people with cancer.
I was diagnosed with bone cancer, similar to Emily. I was sort of sick on and off for a few years, and in the end it was just the easy solution was just to remove the leg. And then you sort of learn to master a prosthetic leg.
I wasn't the best skier in the world when I first started, but it was something that I picked up reasonably quickly. And so I ended up going into one-legged ski racing and travelled the world. I competed at an international level for Australia. I was the first Australian female actually to compete at a Winter Paralympics.
In 2010, I was able to win 2 bronze at the Paralympic Games in Vancouver, so which is definitely probably my biggest career highlight.
I ski on one ski. I have a set of outriggers, which are effectively little crutches with tiny little ski tips on the bottom of them, and I just ski normally, I guess.
It is different, but a lot of the fundamentals are the same, and you know, often we'll be training half our time with able-bodied athletes, and you know, there's a lot of crossover.
When you're involved in elite sport that is considered by some as an extreme sport, there are those inherent risks of injury.
During 2008, 2009, there was a period there where I wasn't really able to work, I wasn't able to train, and it took me probably 12 months to get back on track.
The pressure on the family at home can be sometimes quite big, because it means that, you know, one half of your income is just gone all of a sudden. Some of the things that you can do to minimise the risk, I guess, when you do an elite sport like that is making sure that you're well prepared from a physical sense, but also from an emotional sense. You set yourself up with a good support network. You make sure that you've got the appropriate level of travel insurance or health insurance. You make sure that you've got the ability to get back on your feet as quickly as possible. We have an exorbitant amount of gear that goes over when we ski, and it's quite expensive equipment. And sometimes to ensure that the premiums are so high that you almost just forgo it and you hope you don't break it. Having been through the experience of a long medical condition that you have to deal with, it urges you to do whatever it is that you want to do to live the life that you want to live and make sure that you've got no regrets.